A major fear with women that have been divorced and are out again, they feel like they've healed and they're looking for love again, and they're kind of in this holding pattern where they know they want something over here, but they don't want to repeat what happened over there, and they're kind of in this gap space where they're not quite sure where to go to move forward. They feel completely overwhelmed and anxious because they feel that life is slipping through their fingers. Maybe they still want to have kids, and they definitely know that they're wasting time living a life they don't want to be living when they could be sharing it with somebody. But to repeat where they came from just isn't going to work for them. So where do we go from here? How do we start trusting ourselves again? It's hard to trust when all of our past behaviors and decisions have brought us so much unhappiness. There's a simple formula that I want to give you today that's going to start to break the pattern of the men that you've been attracting and start allowing you to trust your decisions moving forward. And we're starting right now. For the best love, dating, and subconscious advice you'll find anywhere, hit the bell, subscribe so that you get notified when new videos drop every week. With all the women that I've worked with, one thing that they all had is they didn't trust themselves in their choice and who they were picking. And the simple formula that I want to give to you, I give to them to help them break this pattern. It's all about one thing, and that is understanding what you need. What we need is different for everybody because we all grew up with different experiences, with different homes, with different interactions with our parents and their relationship. But there's one thing we all needed that we're trying to get from our past relationships. And the reason why it's not working is, here's the secret. You can only give it to yourself. If you could get it from somebody else, you would have. You've been creative. You've worked your magic. You've worked the room. You've had plenty of relationships. And if you've been married a few times, divorced, you were looking for something. You were trying to get something out of those relationships. But you're at the point right now where you understand that it's not going to work. And it's not going to work because if it would have worked, it would have worked. So here we are, we're in this gap and we want something different. But to get out of this gap and get something different, we have to get very clear on what you thought you needed. So the formula looks like this. If you're sitting down, pull out a piece of paper, pen, you can write it down. If you're driving or doing your makeup, you can just log it in your mind. But go back to every relationship that you had and ask yourself, why was I attracted to this guy? Why did I date him? Why did I commit? What was the dynamic of the relationship? How did he make me feel? Why did I stay? What ended the relationship? Did he end it? Did I end it? As you start to look over the dynamic of each of your relationships, you're going to find a pattern. You're going to find something that you needed that nobody was ever able to give you. And you stayed and you put up with the bad behavior and you worked harder for the love than you needed to because you were looking for something. What did you need? And as you're sitting here in this gap in your life, ready to start a new life with somebody else, this is where we give it to ourselves. And the moment we start giving it to ourselves, a totally different guy shows up. We attract a totally different relationship because we no longer need something. We're not giving to get. We're not putting up with bad behavior just so that they'll love us, cuddle us, make us feel chosen, adored. What is the feeling you're needing? What are you needing? As soon as you figure that out, everything changes. So take this formula, break down the pattern, find the need and start giving it to yourself. So if you liked this video, I highly recommend you check out my video, Why Do I Attract All the Wrong Guys? If you're looking for something different, if you don't want the next relationship to end in divorce or heartbreak, and you want to break these patterns, check out that video. Remember, you were meant to love and be loved, and you don't have to search for your guy all on your own. Let's do it together. I would love to know how I could help you. I would love to know what questions you have, where you're stuck, where you're struggling. Drop it in the comments below. I'll make a video on it. I will answer your questions in the comment. I'm looking to serve you at a higher level, and the best way for me to do that is to know where you are at. Bye for now.